One of the biggest surprises when we entered this season was the phenomenon of porpoising. Teams were struggling with it vividly up to the point that the FIA had to intervene and change some regulations for the upcoming season. However, there is one team that didn't have a problem with porpoising ever since the start of the season, and that team is Red Bull. You may ask yourself, who's the main guy to blame for that? Stick around in this video and we'll explain more about Adrian Newey, the Chief Technical Officer of Red Bull. Adrian Newey comes from England and he was born on the 26th of December 1958. He has been in the sport since 1980 and he has been constantly referred to as the greatest mind in modern motorsport. However, he hasn't always been with Red Bull, as you might assume from the year he started his tenure in the sport, as Adrian was part of McLaren and Williams too. Adrian Newey was the chief designer in Williams' golden age from 1991 to 1996, and from 1997 to 2005 he was part of McLaren by leading the technical director role in the team ever since Red Bull was founded in 2006. He joined them and was the main reason why the team won 4 straight championships with Vettel and 1 with Verstappen last year. As of now, the team is favored to win the championship with their dominant performance, and one huge factor is the absence of porpoising phenomenon. Adrian has made a couple of good choices and strategies that helped his team in fighting the porpoising phenomenon. It's worth mentioning that the porpoising phenomenon isn't something that is fixed overnight, but with small and simple solutions, they are brought to every race. As for the porpoising, it's a very dangerous phenomenon, and although it doesn't make the car slower, it impairs the driver's senses, and he is forced to drive slower so that he can focus more on the track. The technical director, Newey, had a different approach to the porpoising problem of his team, as he decided to add some parts to resolve the bouncing motion. Other teams, like Alpine, decided to modify the existing parts of their car, which hasn't resulted in much success. Before the actual races happened, Red Bull took a very active role in fixing the porpoising in the pre-season testing, something that all teams did, but with little to no success. One of the biggest innovations that Newey made to the RB18 is the side pods and the floors. If you compare an RB18 floor with another car's floor, you'll notice how complex the RB18 floor is. The car is basically like a labyrinth down there, and this complex labyrinth helps the drivers not bounce as vividly as the other teams. The car's skirt, which is the edge of the floor, has suffered from massive changes in 2022 compared to 2021 in Red Bull, and it has been proven to have a massive influence on the porpoising issue. The main purpose of this part is to reduce the pressure difference that runs below the car. The amazing feature in this part is that Red Bull only had to create a vortex of air on the side of the car and close to its floors, all part of the genuine mind of Adrian Newey. However, there is one huge improvement in another section that Red Bull has made, and that is the new rear suspension. The engineers managed to create a suspension that automatically adjusts to certain conditions when it hits 250 km/h. This helps the drivers in enduring the bouncing. One addition to their side of the floor is the ice skates, which are metal parts that do have a large contribution in fighting the porpoising issue. The metal strake inhibits the floor's flexion under load, therefore it stops the porpoising to be triggered at a very early stage. Apart from Red Bull, Adrian Newey has vast experience in producing supercars, and the latest one, the RB17, is purely his design. He's been a part of producing other supercars, like the joint project with Aston Martin on the Valkyrie, but this one is a spectacular piece of engineering that only the genius mind of Adrian Newey can implement. We hope that you enjoyed our video about Adrian Newey, the mastermind behind Red Bull's solution to porpoising, and the ways that he's managed to fix the most annoying problem in F1. What seemed like a huge challenge for other teams was a cat cough for Newey, and Red Bull does have a lot to thank him for the performance they are having this season.